Hey, what's up guys, it's TechZoomer talking to you here, and this is the episode of my Christmas special. This is the Christmas special of TechZoomer from 2022. So guys, Merry Christmas. So, before you even type on the comments down below that yes, today is not Christmas Day, but this video was supposed to come out yesterday on the 25th. That's why I made all of this effort to make a Christmas edition. So, bear with me. I had some technical problems, and the video can only be released today. So, like I was trying to tell you and wish you Merry Christmas, guys. And in today's video, I want to cover some quick news. I don't want to waste your time very much. This is a day for you to enjoy with your family. But what I want to cover today is about the M1 Max, MacBook Pros, and more specifically, the update to these machines. What should we expect for the newest M2 Max and M2 Pro MacBook Pros? Because according to Mark Gurman and Min-Chi Kuo and other leakers, we should expect new MacBook Pros very, very soon. Maybe as soon as February or March on a new event. Also, there's been some talks about the M2 MacBook Air 15-inch and the M2 Mac Mini. So I'm really excited to talk about these new Macs that are coming. New leaks on the Steam database are suggesting that these Macs are already made, they are on a testing phase, and they should come out very soon. So I'm really excited. Merry Christmas, guys. Do not forget to drop a like down below. Subscribe to the channel. Let's get started. So, as you know, the M1 Max and M1 Pro MacBook Pros were released last year, around 1 year from now, 1 year and 1 month. But if Apple releases the M2 Pro and M2 Max MacBook Pros on March, which is the current date that has been rumored by Mark Gurman and even the Steam database, then we should expect these computers to last 1 year and a half, just like their other counterparts, the M1 MacBook Pro and the M1 MacBook Air. So I'm really excited. This seems like the update season, it's like 1.5 years. So 1 year and a half, this is normal for iPad Pros, this is normal for MacBook Pros. So I think it's really normal to see these really powerful MacBook Pros being updated this soon. Then we should also expect an M2 Mac Mini. We haven't seen any M2 Mac Mini since the release of the M2 MacBook Air. And I think the reason why is because it would completely cannibalize the sales of that computer. Now, Apple, after releasing the M1 Mac Mini and discounting it very much on their refurbished page, they are ready to release the M2 Mac Mini. And I'm really excited. This is the best value Mac, in my opinion, ever. Like, it's really powerful, really efficient, and it's still very cool, very small, very compact. And in my opinion, one of the best deals in tech because it's really cheap. You can get one for $800, and I do not expect Apple to increase this price on this machine, even if they do any type of redesign, because it doesn't make any sense. Unless Apple wants to do something cool. Unless Apple wants to create an upper end of the Mac Mini, keep the M1 Mac Mini as the complete lower end at $800, and release a more powerful, like for example M2 Pro Mac Mini, for around $1,200, replacing the current Intel Mac Mini. I do believe that Mac Mini will die soon, so right now I'm expecting that to happen, and I'm really excited to see this M2 Mac Mini in action. Of course, going back to the MacBook Pros, these machines won't be a big redesign, as we are probably thinking. These machines will be just a chip upgrade, like Apple likes to do with their SE models. They will just put the M2 Max on the place for the M1 Max and the M2 Pro for the place of the M1 Pro. Expect like performance increases for about 30-20%, small year-to-year upgrades, not that much, and of course expect probably faster RAM models and SSD models, probably that's faster. I don't know, maybe Apple this time decides to put HDMI 2.1 instead of HDMI 2.0, but I think that's a really small upgrade. If you have these amazing machines, you don't really need to do it. Only if you are waiting for them like for a year now, they are really sold out, and you are probably right now thinking, should I wait for those MacBook Pros? Well, in my opinion, you shouldn't, because these MacBook Pros are already discounted on Amazon, on Best Buy. You can find them discounted there, and they are really cheap right now. Like, you can find the M1 Pro, MacBook Pro 14-inch, the base model, for around $1,700, and that's a really good deal. Like, that's the best deal you could find on the Mac lineup in terms of the MacBook Pros and the MacBooks. I think that you should wait if you want the highest end performance of these machines. Then maybe the extra 25 to 30% jump in GPU performance might be helpful for you. Then, of course, there's the most exciting thing, the M2 MacBook Air 15-inch. This machine, if Apple releases it in the future, it will be insane. Like, this will be Apple's bestseller MacBook. Why? It's actually pretty simple. Because think with me, if Apple likes to sell big computers, they only right now do with a 16-inch MacBook Pro. This is a big and expensive machine. But there's a lot of people that like big computers with big displays. And even so, Apple has tons of small laptops with a 13-inch display. They only have the 16-inch MacBook Pro, filling out the gap for the bigger sized laptops. I think that a 15-inch MacBook Air would be a really, really good balanced machine. Because before, with the later dead Intel MacBook Pros with a 15-inch size, they were perfect. They were smaller, less bulkier, and in my opinion, the perfect size screen, the perfect size body, the perfect bulk to carry around. While this 16-inch is really heavy. Trust me, it's really heavy. And after a while, you'll feel it. This is more of a portable PC. So you can carry it everywhere, you can work everywhere, but it's big enough, so it's not the best thing to do. It's not the most ideal situation. I prefer to carry my iPad Pro when I'm on vacation, on my train, like on Christmas times. You don't want to bring this machine around. While the M2 MacBook Air is a really, really light and small machine, let's say that. I reviewed it for 2 weeks and I loved it. I had the Midnight Blue M2 MacBook Air. It was powerful enough for my needs, and in my opinion, it was the perfect machine for people that like to move around that much. Myself, I do prefer a bigger machine with a bigger display. I live in 2 houses, in my university dorm room and my home, and I need to bring this computer around to edit videos. So I need a very powerful machine that can serve as a PC, has a big monitor, so I can use it on my university dorm room, and I need it to bring around to my home to work there. So that's why I bought the biggest and most powerful MacBook available. But there's a lot of people that don't really need the extra performance, they just need the extra bigger size, but without compromising that much on the bulkiness of the computer. That's why I think that the M2 MacBook Air would succeed. There's a lot of people that buy the 16-inch MacBook Pro because they really need the extra size, and they don't want the extra bulk, but they don't have any other option. So they end up buying the extra performance computer that they don't really need, and they spend extra money on that. I think that a lot of people would end up going for the M2 MacBook Air 15-inch because they would think, oh my god, that's a huge display, that's really beautiful. Every MacBook display is beautiful, but when it's bigger, people think it's better. So this computer would sell like hotcakes in my opinion, and if Apple can price it out, for example, at $1,700, a little bit less than the M1 MacBook Pro, a little bit less than the M1 Pro MacBook Pro or the M2 Pro MacBook Pro, then people will feel enticed to upgrade for the Pro model, and or at least stay at the MacBook Air and get the bigger screen. So they would have a decision, should I get 120 Hz, should I get better RAM, better processors, better GPU, better I/O, or should I simply stick with a bigger size screen? And I think that Apple loves to do this. The example would be the iPhone 14 Plus, which has a better battery life, a bigger screen than the iPhone 14 Pro, but it has less features and it's not that great. Although it's cheaper by $100. I think that Apple would love to do that. It creates a stepping stone ladder for people to upgrade upwards on the MacBook lineup. Right now, there's a missing gap between the $1,200, $1,500 MacBook Pro and MacBook Air with the M2 towards the M2 or the M1 Pro MacBook Pros. I think that right now, this computer, the M2 MacBook Air 15-inch, would be an amazing deal from Apple. And I think a lot of people would buy it. I don't think I would. I do really prefer and need the extra performance that the M2 Max MacBook Pro offers me. But still, I think that the M1 Max is still a better option. I do really need the extra performance that the M1 Max offers me. So I do prefer having the 16-inch MacBook Pro. But sooner or later, we will get the M2 Max, the M2 Pro. We will compare every single benchmark on them. We'll soon also get, let's hope so, we get the M2 Mac Mini. And of course, later this year, 2023, we should get the M15-inch MacBook Pro with the M2 or maybe the M3 chip. I'm really excited, guys. Let me know in the comments down below what you think. And while you're there, do not forget to drop a like down below and subscribe to the channel. Tell me in the comments down below what you think on this M2 MacBook Air 15-inch or even on the upgrade from the M1 Max or the M1 Pro to the M2 Max and the M2 Pro. Do you think they will come out in the next few months? Well, let me know all of that in the comments down below. So guys, Merry Christmas. Enjoy this day with your family. This is a day for happiness, opening presents, eating a lot. Enjoy, guys. This has been Texmar talking to you here. Bye.